What's going on, y'all? You're now watching the greatest channel that has ever existed. My name is Bitcoin Benito, and I truly appreciate you guys for being here with me. So today, this is actually a very good video. We're going to talk about how you can consistently make about 300, 400, 500% APR every single year just from liquidity farming in the BNB network, okay? And I go into extreme detail of how to do this if you go into my course and get my course, okay? So if you want to know details about it, I explain it in detail how to do this. Right now, I'm just going to show you the evidence, and I'm just going to show you a quick rundown of how this works, of how this is amazing, of how you can continue to make money in the crypto ecosystem. While you're holding your coins, you can still make money on top of those coins, okay? You find out how to do this in detail in my course. But for now, I'm just going to go over the basics. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a MetaMask and you have a BNB or Binance Smart Chain connection in your MetaMask. It has to be Binance Smart Chain, not just the regular Binance. In fact, I don't even know if you can do regular Binance on MetaMask, okay? So make sure that you do that. There's other videos, YouTube videos that show you how to do that, or, you can get my course. And then you need to go to PancakeSwap, okay? So you need to go to pancakeswap.finance. You go to pancakeswap.finance. This is the page that shows up. You want to connect your wallet right here. I've already connected my wallet. And then you want to go to earn. And we see that the best way to find coins that you want to use to do your liquidity farming is to go to the earn page, okay? Then click farms. Then you want to sort by the amount of liquidity, okay? So the amount of pairs that have a lot of liquidity is more likely to constantly have people that are buying and selling the two coins. So what the hell is this? What is liquidity farming? What is all this? I'm so confused. I'm new to crypto. What the hell is this? Okay, so the way that crypto is bought and sold in the ecosystem is that it is done automatically in the back end, okay? It is not really technically one person handing you a token and then you handing that person the other token in exchange in real time. No. What you do is that you have, let's say that I have a lot of let's see right here, cake, and I want to get some BNB, okay? So let's do this little liquidity right here, okay? Let's say that I have a lot of cake, and and I want to receive a lot of BNB. A person in the ecosystem has a pool of half, let's say 500 cake, and 25 BNB. And this 25 BNB and 500 cake equal the same amount of value. Let's say that they both equal $500. Now, these numbers are not exactly accurate, but use your imagination. So the BNB and the cake both equal the amount of money. I give my cake, right, to this person that has both values. I give them some of my cake, and they in exchange give me some of their BNB. Now, this is done automatically in the back end, but what they have to do is they have to set up their pool, and then what I have to do is go on MetaMask and go on Finance.swap and then say, okay, give me some BNB for the amount of cake that I'm getting out, okay? What happens is that I pay a fee to this person that provided the liquidity, and I pay this fee, and the fee is kind of small, it's about 0.3%. I pay this fee to the person that has both BNB and cake in the liquidity pool, and I receive BNB token, okay? So I receive BNB token minus the 0.3% value that I used for it. And you receive, a person that holds this liquidity, you receive all or most of that 0.3% of the exchange that the trader wanted to do with you. So that's how you make money. You constantly receive that 0.3%. or whatever the tier is, 0.25%. There's some tiers that's 1%, okay? You constantly receive that every single time someone trades a cake for a BNB or they trade a BNB for a cake. You receive part of that fee. Okay, so the best way to find the best pairs to do this is to go to liquidity, click liquidity, the highest liquidity, right? And the more liquidity something has, the better it is likely that you're going to receive more fees, okay? Then you want to do a liquidity that's not tied to a stable coin. So a lot of these coins start with USDC or USD something or USDT or USDT or something like that. You want to tie a coin that is either tied to cake or BNB. Okay, and that will be the best example right here, cake BNB, right? So let's do liquidity. And then you want to come here and then set the liquidity to 10. and then you want to go through and have cake and BNB. And when you do that, you're going to have you're going to get back 54% APR. That's nice. If we squeeze it a little bit better, 4% on both sides, something like that, it increases to 113 APR every single day. The problem with this though is that it comes out of the range every couple of days. So you have to look at it. You have to take the money out. You have to pay some fees. And sometimes the fees that you're paying to take your money out and put it back in is not done as well as is worth it squeezing it that closely. So that's why I always recommend doing 10% on both sides, no matter what. Yes, it only gives you 54%, but when you take the money out and you put it back in, the fees that you have to pay is minimal in comparison to the amount of money that you made from the fees as profit. Okay. Now, if this is all confusing, get my course. I explained it in detail. Okay. So anyway, that only gives you 54%. That's not good enough. That's not sexy enough. What we need to do is go down here and look at something that has something that's juicier, something like Pepe, BNB. Remember, one of the tokens always has to be BNB or cake. Okay, so this looks like a good one, and this one has a liquidity of about almost $1 million. Okay, and Pepe is a popular token, so let's see how it is. Let's add the liquidity. Let's do 10% on both sides. Let's squeeze it a little bit more, and sometimes it doesn't listen to you. Sometimes you do 10%, it's not going to actually do 10%. Okay, so we do 10% on both sides. There you go. So the 10% on both sides give you 300% APR. Okay, and Pepe is a really popular token. BNB is also a popular token, so people will get into this all the time. And what I recommend that you do is you come here every single day, and if it gets out of the range, you pull it out, you rebalance the liquidity, and then you put it back in again. Maybe if it keeps pulling out of the range over and over, maybe you can do something like 15% on both sides, or even 20% on both sides, right? But that's not really going to give you that much money if you do 20% on both sides. Let's look at this. 20% on both sides, something like this. Okay, so it gives you about 166%, okay? Which is still great. That's still amazing. And this is not to talk about the increase of value of Pepe going up. That's not to talk about the increase of value of BNB going up. This is just the amount of fees that you get. Even if they stayed the same, which is not going to happen. A lot of these tokens are going to go through a 10x or 20x. Even if they stay the same, you still receive 166% a year. Nothing else gives you that amount of money. This is why cryptocurrency is the greatest invention of all time. I can't believe that people are not getting into this right now. While no one cares, this is the smart time. This is the best time for you to get this, okay? And that's why I'm telling you to do this. That's why you're smart enough to get this video and you know exactly what to do. I don't want you to lose this opportunity, okay? So Pepe is a good token along with BNB. We can look again. Let's look at another one. Uniswap with BNB, that's another good one. Let's see what the APR that you can get back from that. We're doing 10% on both sides. This is about 113% APR. This is great. Now, if you want to be dangerous, you can do, instead of liquidity, you can do APR. Okay, so you do APR, and then you try to find an APR that has a stake liquidity that's kind of high. Okay, so what we have right here, this is an APR of 495%. That's crazy high. And then we have WNCG. Its liquidity is over 100 grand. Let's look for one that's even bigger than that. Okay, we already did that one. Let's look, this one is about 100 grand. So we click on it. We do add liquidity. We do 10% on both sides. So 10% on both sides. We can even squeeze it down to about 7% on both sides. So 7% on both sides gives you a APR of 274%, okay, of about 300%. So this is absolutely amazing math. It's going to shoot up through the sky. Everything is going to give us tons of money. And I'm excited about this. And I'm excited about this money making opportunity. And I'm telling you this because I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get this money.